All Australians, including myself, have legitimate questions to ask of the Prime Minister when it comes to the voice to Parliament. But this is how the Prime Minister chooses to answer the questions I ask on your behalf.
I didn't see what Senator Hanson said, but I'm sure it's consistent with things that she said in the past, and I don't intend to respond to them because I don't think that they're worthy of a Prime Ministerial response.
What a dismissive response. Well, many Australians have been introduced to the former Green Senator Lydia Thorpe, and she is one of the 11 Indigenous members in our federal parliament. Now, what do you think she might expect from the Prime Minister's voice to Parliament?
To recognise First Peoples' sovereignty in this country will dissolve this colonial, violent institution that we're all in right now.
The voice is step one of 3 stages when it comes to implementing the Uluru Statement. Here's what Lydia Thorpe and people just like her view our democracy and rule of law in this country.
I'm here, yes, I'm here to infiltrate it, to rattle the cages, to destroy the white supremacy that is represented in this place.
Senator Thorpe, I remind you to make your comments to the President. Thank you.
This woman mocks our institution and way of life.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it?
Lydia Thorpe wants one set of rules for you and another set of laws for Aboriginal people.
We had an old man, one arm, lit a fire in protest at Blacktown in Sydney, at the Sydney Dialogue. One arm he had. He lit a fire with his grandkids to protest. What happened to him? Fire brigade came, put his fire out. Remember that? You remember that? They put his fire out and they arrested him and they put him in the back of the divvy wagon.
The voice will never resolve the deep-seated hatred that some Aboriginals have because of white settlement back in 1788.
We have fought over 200 years against colonisation. The Constitution is an illegal document. It's illegal. The occupation in this country is illegal. You're following the king. The king. We're all bound by the king.
The voice will never close the gap. It is only creating greater hostility and spreading further lies.
I hope the voice is going to tell this parliament that they've got to stop killing our people. They've got to stop the suicides. They've got to stop assimilating us into their system. We have the oldest constitution on the planet. First Peoples in this country.
Despite the hundreds of billions of dollars spent over the recent decades. And this is the thanks that Australians receive?
There is not one law in this country that has ever been good for us. Not one.
I will continue to ask the hard questions of Anthony Albanese and his voice to Parliament. But don't you ever expect to get a decent straight answer from him or his government.
And I don't intend to respond to them because I don't think that they're worthy of a Prime Ministerial response.